Hello there. I'm Scotty, you're not. Alright. I'm not gonna talk like that through the whole thing. Welcome back to I Roll It, I Review It. Where I roll to review things. And I rolled Paramount Plus. And I rolled comedy. I got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. This came out on February 7th of 2003. So, yep. This is not my first Matthew McConaughey romantic comedy film. As I told you, I did Failure to Launch. I watched Failure to Launch as a date with my then girlfriend back in my senior year. And, which is 20 years ago now that I went to see that. And, so the story, okay. This is the most obvious and predictable movie. I watched this and I saw what the premise was. Oh, she's gonna try to lose this guy. Like, she's doing this article and she's gonna try to make this guy break up with her. She's gonna try to date this guy and break up with him within 10 days for this article. And let me tell you something. The shit that she does, I would have. And I'm like, he keeps going back to her. One, why? Because of plot convenience. Just like, well, he has to, or the movie will be over. It's like, we gotta run this thing out to its 116-minute runtime, so it's almost 2 hours. But then there's an added bonus of he has to make, because if it was just she's got to pick a guy to dump, there'd be no reason for him to keep on trying to get it back. No. He's also got a bet where he has to make a woman fall in love with him in 10 days, or he loses this diamond account. So it's like, because if someone read this, oh, well, it can't just be she has this and she... Otherwise, she succeed, because within a few days of her being so kooky, he would have dumped her ass. But with the added notion that he also has to make this work and make her fall in love with him, he has to go back to her. So it's... yeah. And I'm not kidding. I'm watching this, and as soon as he made his bed, I'm like, something's gonna happen at the end where they're both gonna find out, and it's gonna end up they're both gonna find out that they're doing pets. Because usually in these kind of movies, it's like the one, they fall in love, and then she can't go through with it. He finds out about the whole thing, and he dumps her. But with two pets, well, they're both gonna find out. And I was right. It is predictable as fuck. As hell, excuse me. It's predictable as hell. It's just predictable. I'm not saying it doesn't work, because they have incredible chemistry with each other. But yeah, one of our main characters is Andy Anderson. That was the first draft name that they never changed. I guarantee it. Andy Anderson, that'd be funny. Oh, we'll just put it in there, and they never changed it. I guarantee you that's what happened, because that's so... She wants to write more serious articles because her boss, Bibi Newworth, only wants her to write these kind of articles. These are about makeup and whatever. So, when her friend Michelle, Catherine freaking Hahn, is dumped by her boyfriend because she's too kooky, she's inspired to write an article, but she's going to date a man and try to make him break up with her within 10 days. Meanwhile, Benjamin Barry. Why are we using... Everyone else has regular names. These are superhero names. These are names that would be in the freaking superhero movie. Is trying to be more serious of his campaigns. He's doing his job and wants to do an ad campaign for the Diamond Company. So, we meet a rare Robert Klein appearance. His boss, Robert Klein, is Philip Warren. And his rivals, Judy Spears and Judy Green. Why are they both named Judy? Who knows? But it makes it easier to call them the Judys when they're around. He's able of pitching to women, and Ben wagers that he can get any woman to fall in love with him within 10 days. And so the Judys know about Andy's deal because they were at the so I happened over here at the magazine earlier that night. Pick her to be the one for him to date. A thing that never comes back around. Because it's like, it's not like he loses the account and then, or one of his friends finds out that they were sabotaging this from the beginning. No. That they knew about her thing. No. It never comes back around again, which I feel like should have been in there somewhere, but it doesn't. So they start dating, and then things get... all the things... So I'm not a sports fan. So, except for wrestling, which people say it's not a sport. You can get injured, it's still a sport. You can get injured walking down the street. True. But, you know what I mean, professional sport injury. You have to train for that stuff. It's a sport, okay? But imagine, okay, they're at the Knicks game. The final quarter, whatever, I don't know what basketball is. Of the Knicks game, time running on the clock, and your girlfriend looks to you. Imagine it from my point of view. The main event of a big PLE or WrestleMania, the big PLE or anything. Something I've been waiting for. Nowadays, there's disappointment abound with those things. But you want to see how it ends, right? If it sucks, it sucks. But you want to see how it ends. And your girlfriend looks at you, or your date looks at you and goes, "Can you go give me a Diet Coke?" And he goes there. He gets it from the slowest guy. He brings it back, and I'm like, wait, he brought it back. She goes, "Oh, this is not diet, huh? This is not diet." And then he misses the final shot of the game. It said that was me, and I missed the pinfall of the match, the final match of the show. Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be already telling her to kick dirt. But no, he presses on because he's again. If this was a regular date and he didn't have a bet, he would have told her to kick rocks. I'm just saying. She makes like a scrapbook of their future children. She names his penis Princess Sophia. I do like the scene where he finds that she stocked his apartment with feminine hygiene products. Nah. Which I now know where in Date Movie that came from. Because I'm watching it and I'm going, oh, that's where it's from. But in that movie, he finds a bunch of nasty creams and stuff. Nah. Hey, I know where that's from now. I know where they got it from. I know what it's parroting now. Yeah, she also brings like stuffed toys, pink coverings, and she gets him a puppy dog, which he ends up keeping by the end of this movie. He's not house trained, so he pees on the pool table. And I love Fern that dies. Yeah. And they go back and forth with this for a little while. It goes on a little while. Uh, he meets his friends, and like she leaves his purse there. She leaves her purse there, and Nick tickets in it. And that's what I get the Nick game. You know. And this scene is very weird when they talk about it because it's like this is like she's got her friends there and he's got his friends there, and I'm like, no one is batting an eye. Like maybe he doesn't need her friends, but like one time Adam Goldberg speaks up, and it's like when she started to think, wait, why are your friends listening on our conversation? Why am I in speaker? She just kind of laughs it off because remember this is to her about the article, and he's trying to win this account, so. And then the shit hits the fan the first time. Yeah, you know how in the movie there's a point where they break up? They do that 3 times in this goddamn movie. Yeah, so this time he's having a poker's night, which she knew about, and they're like, yeah, when I see him tomorrow, I'll do something devious. And they're like, why tomorrow? Why not tonight? We got a poker game. And so she shows up, she acts like a complete and total ditz, crazy bitch, which causes them to break up. But Tony and Thayer, that's Adam Goldberg and Tom Lennon, tell him to keep going. She's even kind of, when they're smoking cigars and stuff. For a poker game, you need cigars. I never smoke cigars, but you need them there. I don't like to smell cigars either, so I guess I kind of agree with her, but no. But he runs back to her again because he has to get what he wants done, so he has to keep going back. And yeah, so they get back together. Then she has Catherine Hahn pose as a therapist and charge him $300. And they criticize Ben. And he offers to introduce Andy to his family in Staten Island that weekend. I'm sorry, I don't believe Matthew McConaughey's for Staten Island with that accent. He's from Texas. You know he's from Texas. Anyway. But it's during this trip that she finds that she really likes his family, and Ben's mom asks her not to break his heart, and they actually begin to fall for each other, before it goes to shit. It doesn't have the other time on here, right? There's another time because it cuts to the company ball, but there's another time on here, right? Trying to think. There's this. Maybe not. Maybe there's only 2. They do to get back together 3 times. Is what it is. So they're together, and they almost think about not going through with it, but like he's got the account and she's got her article. It's all ready to go. They go to the company ball together, and this is where everything gets very predictable and very shit. So Robert Klein goes to talk to Andy, meets her, and I love how he walks to her, hey, I met her, she loves you, you win. And so the Judys get all pissed at this and tell Tony and Thayer, that his buddies, that Andy knew about the whole time. So like total idiots, they run over there to talk to her and say, because they tell her that they're going to tell Warren. And so they run over there and tell her to keep quiet and keep going with it, unknowingly telling her that there was a bet. Gets her pissed off, and you can tell because she starts drinking heavily. Then Andy's boss, that being Bibby Newworth, shows up. And, oh my god. I'm watching it and like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. How did she not realize? He's like, oh, I got a date right there. And he's like, oh, Andy? She's like, oh, Andy? Yeah, she's writing this article. She decided to date some schmuck for 10 days. And I'm like, how do you not put 2 and 2 together that the guy she's with here tonight might be the guy she's doing the article on? Maybe you should shut the fuck up. She does realize when she looks at his face and he's a little pissed, and she's like, Oh. She walks off. But this has to happen so they can break up. Even though they already broke up once. Hey! I had to think. Broke up once. It's just like... right? Says they argue on stage. No, they try to sing You're So Vain terribly. Going back and forth till they just end up breaking up. But Tony finds the article that shows it Ben. And she has written about how she lost the only guy she ever fell for. So he goes to see her, and turns out she is left. Well, first of all, there's a scene in which Michelle's boyfriend, Catherine Hahn's boyfriend, comes back. And I'm like, oh, is this going to get her to pursue Ben? No, she's taking off for Washington. She's got a job interview. Why was that scene in there then? To prove that love... If this is supposed to prove that love can come back around again, why does she then take off? It makes no sense. And then he shows up at the office to ask where she is. They tell her that she's going... She quit the job. Also, she quit because her boss, despite loving the article and saying she can do what she wants, sky's the limit, it's only the sky's the limit in her department and cannot branch out to anything. So she's still not letting her write whatever she wants. But she said, well, I'm supposed to write about anything you want. Well, not actually, if you limited it. So that's why she quits. So Ben shows up. He realizes Michelle is not a therapist. He's like, you owe me $300. She's like, and then he somehow finds her in busy New York traffic. Bullshit. Most unbelievable thing in this movie, by the way. He finds her on his motorcycle. Motorcycleta, whatever. And is able to get the cab driver to pull over, again, in New York City traffic. Well, they do kind of crash, but whatever. And he asks her if what she wrote in the article was true. She says, yes, it's true. Every word of it. And he accuses her of running away. They reveal they love each other and they smooch, and he's like, hey, you take the girl's stuff back to her apartment, which wouldn't be her apartment if she already told the landlord what. The girl's got a ride. Got other ways of transportation, whatever he says. So, and the movie ends. There it is. It's predictable. It's like, hey, how do we do a romantic comedy and then we put some other stuff in there? But it's your same formula you have for every romantic comedy. They break up, except they break up twice here. And the only reason why he stays as long as he does is because he also has this bet on the side. So it's a double bet, and neither of them can quit. And I don't know. What I would have liked, instead of forcing the breakup at the party, was this was day 10, so she has to break up with him. He's fallen in love with him. Maybe they go on a romantic date, the most romantic date they've ever been on, and she realizes she has to break up with him, and that's when she does. And he won't give it up, so she then has to reveal that this was all part of a article, and that she doesn't really love him, and then she walks off. Right? And then he throws his thing up. Yeah, well, guess what? I did this I did this just to get a job. Maybe I don't love you either. Oh, really? Really? Fine. And they break up. But then she writes the article and he says that she does love him, and he runs after her. He says, I'll give up the job if it means that I can be with you again. Don't give up the job. You worked hard. You gave him in yours. Yeah, you know what I mean? Instead of having a very predictable thing, because what does this lead to? He still gets the job. The Judys don't get the job. Nothing is spoiled other than the reveal happens. Why not just do like I did it? You know what I mean? She is forced to break up with him because it's been 10 days. Make more sense. So I'll give it a low middle of the road. Not quite stuck in the mud, but still very predictable. Let's roll for our streaming service. I just did Paramount Plus. That's what it just was. Try it again. AMC Plus. Okay. I looked at it. I couldn't see it at first. 1. Horror. Horror on AMC Plus? Nah. When is that a thing? Where is it? I forget it's the orange with the gnome. Okay. Load it up, baby. Alright. Midway. That's not. No. Explore. Movies. Horror. We just go by the new, I guess. We roll. Can I get a big number? 5? 40 meters down, 47 meters down on Cage. I haven't reviewed the first one yet. Let's re-roll. 6. No, I'm gonna roll till I get a big number. 10. That's a big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is this? No, this is a documentary. I'm not watching a documentary. Let me go from here and do 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, teeth. 8, 9, 10. Dolly. It's on my... Oh, it's on my thing. Not like that, you sickos. What I want to know... So, Dolly... Go home. I need to check something. If I have to go back, I will. Turn on! Turn on! Turn on! These are new batteries. Work! Can we work, please? Why is it? Why won't it work? Why is this not working? These are new batteries. I just put these in. Why are they not working? Luckily, I don't have to get up because I have batteries in this one because I was watching. I don't get it. 2025 film. It says American film. Okay. I just want to make sure it was American and not foreign, because a lot of times. So, Dolly, we'll see how that works. So, what are your thoughts on how to lose a guy in 10 days? Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.